We now have some new comments from Chris Wallace, the Fox News anchor, who was the moderator of that debate, who just suggested on Fox television that it may be the case that neither Biden nor Trump was tested by the Cleveland Clinic. A lot of people had been under the impression that they were before the course of that debate. What Wallace just said on Fox is that the two candidates and their staffs could not be tested by the clinic, although people who were there in advance were tested by the clinic. He said it was in effect an honor system for the two campaigns to test themselves before arriving on site. What Wallace says is that the campaign teams didn't arrive until Tuesday afternoon. So he says for them to get tested, there wouldn't have been enough time to have the test and have the debate at 9 o'clock that night. They didn't show up until 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. Yeah, there was an honor system when it came to the people that came into the hall from the two campaigns. So that adds a wrinkle here into what exactly happened. The impression that a lot of folks had was that everybody in that hall had been tested on site before the event began. That apparently, according to Chris Wallace, the moderator, is not in fact the case. We're also getting some new information now from the city of Cleveland itself, which is saying that there are now a number of cases associated with the event on Tuesday. The city of Cleveland putting out a statement earlier today saying that they are aware of positive cases of COVID-19 following the September 29th presidential debate. In total, at this time, we are aware of 11 cases stemming from pre-debate planning and setup, with the majority of cases occurring among out-of-state residents. At this time, though that could change, no city residents appear to have contracted the virus as a result of this event. So the city of Cleveland now saying that 11 cases are associated with the pre-debate planning and setup, and those cases are among the people who traveled for the debate itself. So that could include anybody from White House advance to media to security, Secret Service, all the rest of the entire apparatus of the White House that travels anywhere the president goes for a big event like that. So there would have been potentially hundreds of people traveling in relation to this event. 11 cases, says the city of Cleveland, were now associated with it, and we'll monitor that number for you and bring you any updates if we get any new information from the city, guys. Back over to you.
Eamon, obviously I didn't hear what Wallace said personally, but the timeline I think you just read out would have still given 3 or 4 hours of time to get a test potentially, and some tests can have a turnaround time quick enough for that to be addressed. Right. But either way, what I was going to say is the president has been tested every day this week since then. Is that not right? I.e., it would suggest, whether he still had the symptoms or started to have the symptoms, that he would have passed a test on Tuesday had he been tested, if he'd passed one on Wednesday and Thursday as well.
So I have not seen a detailed TikTok, Wilf, of exactly when the president has been tested this week. I don't think we have that information yet from the White House, exactly what day, what times the president's been tested. They have said that they're testing him on a regular basis, but what Wallace is saying here is that they're essentially working on the honor system to rely on the campaigns to test themselves, including the principals, before going to that Cleveland debate. And a lot of folks had thought that everybody on site was being tested on site. That apparently now not the case, according to Chris Wallace.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.